Hi crafty friends, it's Lynn QV and I'm playing with paper and glue, here to share my favorite funky tools. So here are the tools that I love to use. Some of them you may not think about for paper crafting. And you've seen lots of people use a file block. This one's from the beauty section of a store, as well as, well, all of them are really. So here's a regular emery board, old-fashioned, diamond file. And then these are my favorites. These are the ones I use the most. They're for artificial nails, and one of them is a super fine with a medium fine, and then this one is medium to pretty coarse. So I use these a lot when I just want to smooth out the side, especially when I'm gluing paper onto a harder surface, like puzzle pieces. Works great. And in another video, I'll show you just how I like to do those. Okay, then we have my brayer, my beloved brayer. I actually have a couple of them because one I keep over at my Cricut station, and I don't let any glue get on this one, but I do use it to really press down my paper into the cutting mats. I use one here at my desk for gluing, and again, it gets such great contact with the paper and the paper or whatever else you're gluing your paper to. And then I recently got an additional one for paint and ink so I can use it with a jelly plate. So just learning how to use that for now. Next up, my magnifying glass. I keep it so it is vertical like this in an area that I could just lift it out of the case when I need to use it. But it really does help, especially when your eyes are getting a little bit older. Here's a favorite. This is Scotch removable tape. So I remember when it was first introduced, I'm going to guess that was in the 80s, because I was in the office products industry at the time, and Scotch even made a tape dispenser that you could put your regular permanent 810 on this side and your 811 removable over here. So I use this whenever I want to stick something to paper or paper to something, but I want it removable and where it won't mar the paper or pull up some of the pigment or paper. I tried all kinds of paint tapes and craft tapes that claimed to do that, but they didn't. All of them pulled up on certain types of paper, especially if it's more fibrous or porous. This removable tape, it has enough sticky to keep the object down, but when you pull it off, it doesn't bring anything with it. I even set them on the edge of my desk, and I have them over at my Cricut station as well as here at my desk, where they're just kind of hanging ready for me to pull, because they are reusable to a certain extent. Silicone. Okay, I love silicone, and I'm not talking about anywhere on my body. Stuff peels off it very easily, and also it is heat resistant, usually 400, 450, or 500 degrees, depending. This is actually a little baking sheet to fit in a quarter sheet pan in your kitchen. On that same line with the silicone, I keep this one on the side of my desk, and when my fingers are gluey, I just rub them across the silicone. This is what I'm talking about with the way it cleans. It just glue peels off of it. And, added value here, that can be very therapeutic. just peel away the glue. And if it doesn't come off like this, you can use a wet wipe or even run it under the sink to get any more of the glue or paint off of it. Love it. Also silicone. My little makeup brushes. These were so cheap. It was a set of 2 from Amazon, and it's made for applying makeup, which I really don't wear. But when you get a big old glob, or you want to make sure your glue is out to the very ends, you can use this instead of a paintbrush, and it really does spread pretty well. And of course, the glue peels off of it. So I kind of am in love with silicone right now. And then these, I don't know if they're actually silicone or just some kind of plastic similar, but these were little dip cups. They were designed to go on the edge of a plate, I guess. You could put your dip in them to go along with your chips or whatever. But I usually use one for paint and one for glue if I'm on a big project and I want to pour my glue into something. And you know why. Yep, you guessed it. It peels right off. Okay, erasers. I've been a fan of these white erasers pretty much my entire adult life because they erase really well, but they're not abrasive. So they don't get all the little balls and pills on your paper or smear the lead around. They really just erase. And, you know, periodically you do need to go and trim the edges or clean it up. But it's great. So you can find that pretty much any office supply or stationery department of a store. This one is an actual craft tool, and this is an adhesive eraser. It's somewhat abrasive, but it's not. It also doesn't do that to the paper. I don't find it super effective when I'm trying to get adhesive off of something. I would prefer just to use silicone. Then it peels off. Okay. This is a little forceps. I've used this little tool for all kinds of things for the last 40 years or so. And it has 3 notches. So you can do tighter, tightest, and it will hold on to whatever you put in there without you having to still hold on to it like a regular pair of tweezers or pliers. So this just comes in super handy sometimes when I want to grab something, and then, yeah, there it is. Right? This is a little template that I created with my We Are Memory Keepers corner cutter. And, you know, you can pretty much see what size they're going to be. However, this comes in really handy if you're going to try to match a rounded corner that's already on your surface. And so I did. Here's the small, medium, large. This is a little copy holder. It folds away when you're not using it, or you know, you can put it at a lot of different angles. It's just a clip on a stick. My last is my typewriter. So I bought this little Smith Corona for 20 bucks as decor. I've always loved typewriters, and I just wanted to have one in my little craft studio. Oh, there's Marilyn Monroe. See if we can, oh, yeah, there she is. So when I got it home and just started playing with it, I realized it still functions perfectly. The keys don't stick. You can type, type, type. And the only thing was it needed a new ribbon. Okay. So yeah, it's just a universal black and red. The We Are Memory Keepers typewriters that are way too expensive, but super cute. Those ribbons fit too. So I hope you found something useful here, and you'll come again while I'm playing with paper and glue.